How much could one small mistake on your beneficiary form of your 401k or IRA cost you? Find out on this episode. Have you ever heard about the stretch IRA? How expensive could it be if your heirs do not utilize it properly? In this episode, Radon's going to talk to you about the numbers and how it can affect your retirement.
So if you look at this slide, you'll see that the majority of people are leaving their money to Uncle Sam, not to their heirs. So what I want to do is walk you through a scenario for us to explain how big of a problem this can be. So on this slide, we're going to walk you through an illustration to show you how big the problem is. In this illustration, we've got Jim and Susan Jones. They're age 65, and we're going to make a few assumptions. We're going to assume that they lived a life expectancy, that they only take required minimum distributions beginning at their age 70 and a half, and then they are going to leave this money behind to their heirs, and they're going to do it properly using the stretch IRA. Now in this illustration, we are going to use a 7% rate of return, but that is not the issue. Really, the issue is understanding the power of the stretch IRA. Now, if they do these things and the beneficiaries inherit the money properly, notice how much they'll get over their lifetime. $4,184,644. Now, here's the problem. While this looks great, what if the only thing that changes is that the beneficiaries do not know about the stretch IRA? Notice that it drops from $4,184,000 all the way down to $837,000. That's a $3.2 million mistake, and it had nothing to do with volatility in the stock market. It had everything to do with understanding this tax code and understanding how to employ the stretch IRA. So one of the things that we have created so that we can make sure that the beneficiary knows exactly how to do it is an IRA estate planner. In this planner, it walks the beneficiary through every step of what they would need to do. Now, what I feel is the most important part of this particular guide is the settlement instructions part of the guide. Let me walk you through what 9 out of 10 beneficiaries do when they actually will inherit an IRA or 401k. First thing they're going to do is they're going to call the institution, and they're going to say, "Hi, I'm the beneficiary of an IRA or 401k held at your place or their institution." The person on the other end of the line is going to say, "No problem, we will help you process the claim." Not advise them, but process the claim. So they tell them we need 3 major pieces of information. Number 1, we need proof that you are in fact the beneficiary. Number 2, we need proof of death. And the third one's the worst one. They say, "Where would you like us to send the money?" Now, where do you think 9 out of 10 beneficiaries say send the money? They say send it to me. The problem is they don't know that when the money leaves that institution and is headed in their direction, it's no longer called an IRA or 401k. They don't find out about that until about February of the following year when they get a thing called a 1099. Now, if you get a 1099 for $100,000, $300,000, $500,000, the first thing you do is go to Google and try to figure out, what did I do wrong? Well, now they call the institution back and they say, "Hey, I'd like to get this switched out to an inherited or stretch IRA." What's the institution forced to tell them? They tell them, "We can't fix it." So now every year, many beneficiaries write to the IRS and they plead ignorance and beg for forgiveness. Now, since 2002, how many times do you think the IRS has ever let somebody get forgiveness on this? Not one time. So understanding the tax code is extremely important. So you can understand there's a big problem. So what we have to do is we have to understand how we can educate our next generation. So you might ask yourself, how is your beneficiary form set up? Have you been able to educate them? If not, you need to get more information. What I hope you get from this episode is to understand, first and foremost, the beneficiary form is extremely powerful. You need to make sure you review your beneficiary form, make sure that the right beneficiaries are there and that they are all listed. You want to have not just you and your spouse, but you want to have your children and grandchildren on that beneficiary form. So if you take these steps today, it's going to ensure that you can actually have a peace of mind retirement plan. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it beneficial. But if you still have questions as you plan for and live through retirement, I have put together an extensive kit to answer some of the most pressing questions as you plan for retirement. Just click the link below or give the office a call and we'll send the kit out right away.